Lesson 10. You might have seen the photos of dead seabirds, their stomachs full of small pieces of plastic. You've probably also heard of the microplastics polluting our seas, pieces of plastic that have been broken down into tiny fragments smaller than 5 millimeters that can harm fish and other wildlife. While marine plastic pollution has been studied for decades, the extent and effects of plastic pollution elsewhere is only just beginning to be explored. In the past few years, scientists have found microplastics in our soil, tap water, bottled water, beer, and even in the air we breathe. And there's growing concern about the potential health risks they pose to humans. Some studies have suggested there are more microplastics on land than there are in our oceans. Globally, more than 330 million tons of plastic is produced each year, leaving potential sources of microplastic pollution all around us. Fertilizers are thought to be one of the leading contributors. Sewage sludge is used in many countries to fertilize agricultural fields. But the sludge can contain microplastics in the form of clothing fibers that get into sewage systems when clothes made of chemical material are washed with a washing machine. Exactly what happens to these plastics once they're in the environment is largely unknown. It's crucially important that we get a hold on what's happening on the land, said Professor Anne-Marie Mahon of the Galway Mayo Institute of Technology. She studies microplastic pollution and has found it in Irish tap water. Other research recently found microplastics in bottled water around the world. Though there's little known about the effect of microplastics on plants or on the wider food chain, studies have shown that earthworms living in soil containing microplastics have slower growth and higher death rate. As well as polluting the land, microplastics have been detected in the air. Professor Frank Kelly, director of the Environmental Research Group at the University of London, is researching the presence of microplastics in London's air. They're definitely present, he said. One source of microplastics in the air is the same fertilizers that pollute the ground. As these fertilizers dry out, some of the plastics may get carried away by wind. And you can't avoid the plastics by staying at home. They've also been detected in buildings. Fibers could be released from carpets and by putting on and taking off our clothes, Kelly said. The big question is what effect these plastics have on humans. The short answer is that we just don't know. But scientists, including Kelly and Mahon, believe there is a potential health risk.